Back on NFL Daily. Yeah, this is the week that Greg Olsen gets the Cowboys. We got Tom Brady on the game of the week. Green Bay, Detroit.
Yeah, it's time for a hot matchup presented by Wingstop. It is the Detroit Lions on the road at Green Bay. The first time that Jared Goff has played outside in 2024.
That's amazing.
The over-under 48.5. Kevin Burkhardt, some dude named Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi on the call, Greg.
Don't they play 14 games indoors, by the way? Yeah. 13 or 14.
It's a lot. My friend Adam Rank always says that Jared Goff is an indoor cat. We'll get a chance to see if he can shake that and get a win in Lambeau. Do you see it happening, Greg?
Yes. If Jordan Love doesn't play, you'd feel even better about it. I think that informs the line at this point of the week. It could change. Jordan Love did not practice on Wednesday, but he said it was realistic that he could play on Sunday. Those groin injuries are tricky. Whether he could take like a shot to numb the pain, it's tough because you would think you need to be able to torque it.
Man.
You need to make it happen to throw the ball. And as good as Malik Willis has been this year, I think you need everyone to beat one of the best teams in the league. Now, if Malik Willis is out there or if it's Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs is key. He's now not only been breaking tackles, I think he has the most yards after contact in the entire league. He's starting to make big plays again, like he did in his best years with the Raiders. He is in the top 10 of rush yards over expected. This is a really good run scheme. Like LaFleur knows how to scheme it up. I think the offensive line is very cohesive. Jacobs is part of the running backs matter brigade of all these guys who changed teams this offseason and really impacting going up against a team that believed in changing their running back so much. They made it, the centerpiece of their offseason, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery when Dan Campbell got there, and look at all the benefits that it's had. So this is an old school game. I can't wait. If Jordan Love's out there, I might flip my pick there.
Oh, 55 degrees, 89% chance of rain Sunday in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So Jared Goff in those elements, Patrick, that is something to keep an eye on. Oh,
it really is. It really is.
It absolutely is.
It is at this point.
His last game for the Rams was in Green Bay in the elements, and that helped send him home, right?
It didn't go well.
Am I remembering it right? I just remember. I remember the disgusted looks of Sean McVay on the sideline. I was like, let's have a little more of a poker face here of how much you don't like your quarterback.
A great game for Jared Goff because it got him in this situation.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
God bless the broken road.
And he's got Dave Montgomery to back him up throwing the ball. So you talk about Josh Jacobs. That tandem they have in Detroit in that offensive line, I think elements are not. When I watch tape of the Lions, it is so incredible how Penei Sewell sticks out as the best player on the field. That guy is so dominant. If you look at number 58, a right tackle, on some of these plays, he's just wheeling guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking them and wheeling them and open up these run lanes. And that's why the conditions are not. I like the Lions in this game because their O-line, not the most dominant left side, but center to the right, they can do it. So I like Detroit in this. What are the points at 3.5? Ooh, tight points right there.
That's a Malik Willis line. So we'll see.
Okay,
but we just don't know.
Yeah,
at this point, it seems like one maybe they'll take all the way to Sunday.
We saw Jordan Love on the bike on Wednesday at practice. Again, as Greg said, we're just gonna have to find out. But I think the place that we do know, right, regardless, like Jared Goff in the elements notwithstanding, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch at safety for the Lions right now have an entire part of the field on clamps.
Yes, they do.
The tight end scoring, like I just did this for Fantasy Live, trying to figure out why are they're so successful against tight ends. Two of the top tight ends in the league this year, in Cade Otton as well as Trey McBride, total 3 catches for 23 yards. Both of them combined against the Lions.
That is great stuff,
I think,
Patrick.
Like Terrion Arnold is playing better. We saw him get all those penalties, but just up the middle and through. I think it makes a tough situation because Tucker Kraft is a big part of this offense.
Yep.
Whether it's Malik Willis or Jordan Love, I like the Lions.
Kirby Joseph's a hell of a player, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Tucker Kraft of like stealing Sam Laporta's thunder a little bit in this division as just like the tight end rumbling down the field, second-year player. Just they've been both great this year. Jordan Love's numbers against man coverage are like bizarre to me. I was surprised when I saw this. NFL Pro had put this out, 4.3 yards per attempt against man coverage. Just has been terrible against man coverage this year. That's what the Lions like to do more than any other team. Now, the thing I do worry about with the Lions, and I don't think it's totally showed up yet in the box scores, is their pass rush really is bad.
It's not good.
And so they're going to need to blitz to create pressure, and that it leaves the one-on-ones. And I guess those numbers say Jordan Love hasn't been great against man on coverage, but he's got some great receivers. I think that is not going to last. And so these two quarterbacks, just by the numbers, are so different against pressure. Jared Goff has been outstanding against pressure, and the Packers aren't getting a lot of pressure. You know, Kenny Clark, how many QB hits and sacks he has this year? Big fat 0 on both. And Rashawn Gary barely has any production either. It's really surprising how they've manufactured a good defense despite that, a lot of turnovers.
Still trying to figure out some of the schematics and things like that because those two players are so good.
Edrin Cooper did get that win against the Jags and get the strip sack that ultimately, I think, won the game.
Shout out to his parents for sampling Edrin.
Wait, what?
There's not too many Edgerins in this world, right?
It's a fair point.
Yeah,
You think
that.
they were inspired by Edgerrin James?
Yes. Just like, there's a whole lot of Shaquille's in today's generation, and there weren't many when I was growing up before that guy O'Neal.
Well, the Packers edge is really going to have to step it up if in 20 years we want to keep the Edgerrin thing going.
It's like my son asked me, like, why are there so many professional athletes named Jalen? And I said, well, son, like, I'm going to have to tell you about this college basketball team called the Fab Five.
Yeah.
I guess that's why. I don't really
and
know.
Jordan.
That's
a
what
lot
he
of Jordans in this world.
That's what he claims.
23. There you go. I like that. Jalen Rose, I love that.